Sound of a single melancholic piano key repeating, then fading into the gentle hiss of static, a breath barely audible. Right, where to even begin? It's profoundly disquieting, isn't it? How easily one can be led to believe in an illusion of respite, a little slice of paradisiacal bliss, advertised with sun-drenched photos and promises whispered on the breeze, and then it unravels. Like a cheaply woven tapestry, threads snapping one by one until all that's left is a tangled, disheartening mess. You all understand, don't you? That feeling of anticipation, of curating a perfect escape, only to have it tainted. Oh, don't pretend you haven't felt it, we all have. It all commenced with a yearning you comprehend, a desperate, almost childlike need for reprieve. Mother and I, we'd been existing, not living really, in that grey Gotham of a city. All concrete and crowded indifference. Oh, the relentless drizzle, the financial district greed. She insisted I required a proper holiday, a meticulously orchestrated diversion to rekindle my spirit, something exotic. That's how Jaz Almaza Bay in Marsa Matruh, Egypt presented itself, and honestly, the pictures, they spoke to something deep within me, a longing for azure horizons, for the weightless embrace of the sea. It felt safe. A bit naive, perhaps, oh, undoubtedly, but isn't it that the whole tragedy? We arrived, yes, and it began almost immediately with a subtle yet profoundly unsettling dissonance. The check-in, oh, the check-in. It was a masterclass in, what shall we call it, apathetic inefficiency, a glacial pace as if time itself had slowed to torment us. The individual, the clerk behind the desk, a mannequin, almost, lifeless eyes, utterly indifferent. No acknowledgement of our journey, no welcoming warmth, just forms, lots and lots of forms. It was rather like an interrogation, only without the semblance of polite discourse. And then came the audacious claim, that insult. They insisted, quite calmly, mind you, as if it were the most reasonable thing in the world, that our reservation was only for one person. One, as if I simply materialized from the ether. Mother, she'd booked a twin room explicitly. The proof was in the email confirmation, neatly stored within my encrypted cloud drive, naturally. To suggest otherwise, it wasn't simply an error, it was a calculated maneuver, a deliberate attempt to extort additional funds. A scam, if we were being forthright, and you know what the truly galling part is, the utter lack of remorse when confronted, the blankness. Oh, it's a common mistake, they said, with the breezy detachment of someone discussing the weather. Is it though? Is it my responsibility to pay for their incompetence? As if I'm meant to excuse deception, to internalize their wrongdoings. And the thing is, darling, this is where the pattern emerges. It's not isolated incidents. It's a systemic malaise, a complete and utter disregard for basic courtesy. They operate on a fundamentally flawed premise, you see, a belief that they are owed something, that we are the inconvenience. The rooms themselves, oh, the rooms. Let us not dwell on the visual fatigue of the decor, shall we? A sort of beige on brown symphony of blandness. No, it was the smell, a fetid, musty odor clinging to the fabrics like a mournful ghost. Not aggressively offensive, not a rank, putrid stench, oh no, that would almost be preferable. It was subtle, insidious. It burrowed into your senses, a constant, low-level reminder of decay. I inquired, of course. Politely, might I add, and silence, a shrug. It's the humidity, they said, right, as if humidity generates the aroma of forgotten things and regretful sighs. It was, I assure you, far beyond atmospheric dampness. The bathroom's ventilation absent, utterly, irrevocably absent, a tableau of perpetual condensation, a breeding ground for untold horrors. It's a fundamental failing, you comprehend. Ventilation satisfies not merely comfort but health. And tea.
Hen, the towels. Oh, the eternal quest for towels? I requested.
You know, I was looking into Jaz Almaza Bay, Marsa Matruh, because, I wanted to see if it's nice there. But oh, the things I found. Businesses near Jaz Almaza Bay, Marsa Matruh, they ray oh, take my money, but surprise. You get trash instead. There was this one rental office, you pay everything up front, right? And then they put you in an unfinished building with no furniture, no nothing. Probably just dust and broken dreams. And the staff, poof, gone. Like magic, but evil magic. The tourists had to go to the police, and I bet they just got their money back after crying a lot. The rental office, probably still there, laughing then. Shops near Jaz Almaza Bay, Marsa Matruh, oh, they love playing games. Oh, this bracelet is 50 EGP, but surprise, it's actually 400 EGP because per gram of gold or whatever nonsense. And when you say no, they get all angry, like youre, the one being unfair. The poor tourists had to call the police just to get some of their money back. I bet the shopkeeper just did it again the next day. Some people never learn and pharmacies, oh no, no, no. They sell you European sunscreen, but it's just cheap Egyptian stuff in a fancy bottle. One Russian tourist got an allergic reaction. Her face was probably redder than a tomato. And what happened to the pharmacy? A tiny fine, probably, but the tourist, hospital bills and trauma. What a great vacation memory, right? Street vendors near Jaz Almaza Bay, MarsaMatruh. They take your money, then swap your snacks for something gross. Oh, you paid for chips, here, have old bread instead. And if you complain, they give you half your money back and act like they were the victims. I bet those Alexandrian students just ate sadness for lunch that day. In phone shops, they sell new phones that are actually just broken dreams glued together. One tourist bought a phone, and when it stopped working, the shop was like, oops, not our problem. Police got involved, but you think that shop changed? Probably still there, selling sadness in plastic cases. Jaz Almaza Bay, MarsaMatruh, it's pretty, but the scams, sigh, like why can tea people just be nice?
The reality of businesses near Jaz Almaza Bay, MarsaMatruh businesses near Jaz Almaza Bay, MarsaMatruh, are a lesson in disappointment. If you came here expecting luxury, peace, or even basic competence, prepare to lower those expectations. Way, way down. The reviews paint a picture of a place where the concept of service is either misunderstood or ignored entirely, where prices soar while quality plummets, and where relaxation is drowned out by chaos. Let's start with the hotels. The hotels here are expensive, but not in the way that makes sense, like paying for a diamond and getting plastic. Take Jaz Almaza Bay. This place markets itself as a 5-star retreat, but guests describe something closer to a noisy, overcrowded circus. The beach, more like a battleground. Towels claim spots before sunrise, and if you're lucky enough to find space, you'll be serenaded by Italian animators blasting music like it's a nightclub, not a serene coastal escape. The food. A tragic experiment in how much salt one human can tolerate. Meat is either charcoal or leather, fruits are either rocks or fossils, and the coffee, well, let's just say it's brown water with an identity crisis. Then there's the staff. Tipping isn't a courtesy here, it's a requirement for basic attention. Want a room change? Better have cash ready. Want a table at the buffet? Hope you enjoy watching staff reserve spots for their favorite tipping guests. And if you dare to complain, prepare for indifference. One guest described booking a family room only to be given a cramped space with a sofa bed that might as well have been a medieval torture device. When they asked for a proper room, they were told nothing was available, until, of course, money changed hands. But the real masterpiece is the pricing. A guest at the hotel bar was quoted €68 for a single shot of whiskey. That's not a typo. That's the kind of math usually reserved for supervillains. Now let's talk about Jaz Elite Crystal Almaza Bay. If Jaz Oriental is a circus, this place is its chaotic cousin. The service here isn't just bad, it's aggressively indifferent. Staff treat guests like they're an inconvenience, not customers. One traveler had their laundry returned damp, stained, and smelling like a chemical spill, and the hotel still tried to charge them full price for the service. Another guest was hit with a surprise $1,400 fee just for having an extra person in their room, a person who didn't even get their own bed. The Wi-Fi, a myth, the food, a gamble. One reviewer summed it up perfectly: good luck with diarrhea. What's truly baffling is how these places operate with such disregard for basic hospitality. Rooms are outdated, facilities are neglected, and the overall vibe is less luxury getaway and more overcrowded bus station. So what's the takeaway? If you're staying near Jaz Almaza Bay, MarsaMatruh, brace yourself. The businesses here don't just fail to meet expectations, they redefine what failure looks like. Overpriced, understaffed, and overwhelmed by noise and disorganization, these hotels are a masterclass in how not to run a hospitality business. If you value your money, your peace, or your sanity, you might want to look elsewhere.